Hello. So, today I'm going to be doing a book tag because I had nothing else to film, and that's basically Booktube in a nutshell. So, today I'm going to be doing a book tag, and I was thinking, like, if I'm going to do a book tag, I want to pick one that would be interesting and one that would, like, possibly have interesting answers for me to give. And then I thought of the no disclaimers book tag, and then I was like, the no disclaimers book tag is a little bit old, and I don't think a lot of people will be, like, interested in it. And then I realized that I don't care. So I'm gonna do it anyway. There are 8 questions, and honestly, I'm not sure if my answers will be, like, that juicy or anything, because, honestly, I think the whole disclaimers thing is kind of dumb, because I don't know, I just feel like you shouldn't feel the need to disclaim that you have an opinion, because everybody knows that you have an opinion and a point of view. So, like, what is the point of disclaiming it just because it might be unpopular, or just because some people might get offended by it? And those people that will get offended by it are going to be offended whether or not you give the disclaimer in the first place. So, why don't we just save oxygen and not have to give the disclaimers? So, I mean, I never really give disclaimers. I don't think I ever have. So, I'm not sure if my answers to this will be, like, very juicy or anything, but I don't know, time will tell. Maybe I'll end up starting drama. We shall see. But yeah, there are 8 questions. Oh no, there are 9 questions. So, let's just get into it. So, question number 1 is, which trope or tropes in books annoy you the most? So, the first one that comes to mind is one that I'm not sure a lot of people have talked about, but it is the friends to lovers trope. I hate this trope so much. It, like, fills me with, like, white-hot anger. It is just so irritating and so unrealistic that, like, especially when it's, like, a boy and a girl, just because they're of the opposite gender and they are both straight, it's like the author needs to put them together, or, like, needs to, like, have them think that they could get together. You know what I mean? So I don't get why in books, like, I kind of understand it if it would be, like, they become friends in the beginning and then they start to develop a romantic relationship, but it's in books when they have been friends for, like, their entire childhood and their entire life, and they have to get together. Like, I just don't see the point, and I feel like it is super unrealistic, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like when you're friends with someone for that long, they become, like, an almost sibling to you. So, like, you wouldn't date your sibling, because that would be freaking weird. This isn't Game of Thrones. Like, I just don't get why people, like, why authors feel the need to just, like, put 2 people of the opposite gender, like, together if they've been friends for years. And, like, if you want them to be, like, endgame, why don't you just not make them friends? Like, why don't you, or at least, like, make them friends in the beginning of the book and then start to make a, like, relationship develop? I just don't get it, and I've never seen it done well, so if you have seen it done well, I would like to know, because I don't know, I feel like I could maybe like the trope a little bit if I found something where it was done well, but I have never seen it done well before. And if you have also the same, like, opinion on this trope as I do, and you have seen it done well, let me know. Okay, question number 2 is, which writer or writers do you feel are overhyped / overrated? Okay, so I feel like there are some pretty, like, obvious answers, and, like, I feel like a lot of people for this say, like, Cassandra Clare, or Sarah J. Maas, or, like, Leigh Bardugo, or Victoria Schwab, or whatever. I actually like all of those authors, so they are not my answer. My answer would actually be Rainbow Rowell, I think. Caveat, though. I have read 4 of her books. I've read Eleanor and Park, Fangirl, Carry On, and Wayward Son. Carry On I liked, Wayward Son I thought was okay, and those are because they're fantasy. Her contemporary books, I think, are so overrated and so overhyped that I just, like, don't like them at all. Like, Eleanor and Park is one of my least favorite books of all time, and I think Fangirl was just awful. Like, I just don't like it at all. And so, I don't know, I just don't get why people like her book so much, and, like, I mean, like, feel free to like whatever you want, but I just don't get it. Like, I don't think her writing is very exceptional, I don't think the characters are very interesting, the plot is pretty generic, so if you are, like, a diehard fan of Rainbow Rowell, can you, like, let me know what, like, you like about her books? Because, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's like a niche, but it's also not a niche because she has like millions of readers, so I don't know. And then the other one that I can think of is Helen Huang. I have read 2 of her books. First I read The Bride Test, which was her second novel, and I thought it was okay. Like, it was just a very generic romance book. I just didn't really care for it either way, and I rated it like 3 stars. And then I read The Kiss Quotient earlier, or like in mid last year, and I just liked it so much I made a written review for it, which you can find on my channel, and I might link it in the description box if I can find it. But I really didn't like either of those books, and she has so much hype, and I don't get it. I just don't understand. It could just be a me thing, but I don't know. Okay, question number 3 is, what are your least favorite books you've read since joining Booktube? I mentioned Eleanor Park. We do not speak of her. And, I don't know. Let me look at my Goodreads. Hold on. Oh, okay. So, The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. I honestly forgot about that book. And then the other one is Take Me With You. I hate all of those books, so those are my answers. Okay, question number 4 is, what is a terrible ending that ruined an otherwise quality book? Okay, so the first one that comes to mind is one that comes to mind because I was just talking about it like a week ago or something. No, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it was a book that I read for school, and that was The Catcher in the Rye. I hated this ending. I honestly, like, I didn't put up the book on Goodreads, but, like, if I had to have rated it while I was reading it, it would have been, like, a 3.75, and then that ending was just so bad that it made it, like, it dropped, like, to 3 stars at best. I just really didn't like the ending at all. I thought it was so anticlimactic, and so boring, and, like, the last line of the book doesn't even make any freaking sense. Like, it is literally just, like, something that the author put together to try to be, like, poetic or something. It was just not good, and I didn't like it, and I think it was a dumb ending, and it kind of ruined the book for me. And then the only other ones that I can think of are ones that I just felt, like, lukewarm about the endings, or, like, ambivalent towards them. And the other one that I can think of is When She Reigns by Jodi Meadows. It is, like, the finale to this, like, series, and I got through, like, 1,600 pages of these characters and this plot, and I really, really enjoyed the story. And then the ending of the finale was, like, 2 pages, and it was just, like, we reached this, like, high in the book, like, this massive climax, and then the falling action was just, like, that. Like, it just happened so fast, and all the rest of the series is pretty dragged out, and then it just ended in, like a singular scene. It was just very anticlimactic, and it felt like the author just, like, tried to wrap it up really quickly. So that is another one that I can think of. Oh. Okay, so the ending of Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste was something else. So, okay, I'm gonna kind of have to talk about it in spoilers, so if you don't want to hear about the book, or you don't want to hear about spoilers, just mute until the picture of the book goes away. So the ending of Little Fires Everywhere. I really did not like how the book literally spoiled its own ending. So, like, I'm going to talk about 2 separate things. So the first line of the book is, like, on this day, whatever, whatever, Isabel Richardson, like, burned the Richardson house down, or something like that. And then that's exactly what happens in the end. And it was just like, why would you spoil your own ending? And it's not even like it was predictable, it was just lazy. Like, it had, like, there was no twist at the end. It was just exactly what it told you. And that was weird. I didn't like it. I liked how the show handled it better. So that is one thing. And then the other aspect of the ending was when BB Chow literally stole the baby from the, I don't even remember their name, the family that, like, adopted Mei Ling. That family, I hated how that ending was, like, contingent on that family being freaking idiots. Like, you just won your baby in this crazy custody case, and you are going to have your baby sleep in their own room across, like, the house from you, and not... First of all, I don't really know many parents who don't have their child's crib. Like, the child was, like, not even a year old, right? I don't know a lot of parents who wouldn't have their child's crib in the room with them. And also, you just want your baby. Like, wouldn't you want them, like, in your room or something? And then also that they don't have an alarm. So, that was weird. I just didn't like how the plot, like, revolved around them being incredibly stupid. So, yeah, that is the ending of Little Fires Everywhere that I was not a fan of. Question 5. Which character do you wish was not killed off? Okay, I cannot say, but there is a character in the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo, and I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way as I do, but that death was something else. And also, there is a death at the end of Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare that I was not ready for. So, those two. Question number 6 is, what are some of your bookish pet peeves? I really hate people on covers. I think it looks very tacky. Like, I don't mind it when it's like an illustration of people, but when it is literally just a photo of someone, or even worse, when it's just like a photo that someone picked off the internet, like some design person picked off the internet and then pasted on a book cover. Why? I just don't understand that. And then also, I really don't like deckled edges. I like to flip through the book, like while I'm reading or something, just like see, I just like to flip through the book, and deckled edges make that a nightmare. I hate deckled edges. I think they're so irritating, and I don't see the point in them. And then also, when the spines of books are so stiff that you, like, have to break the spine. I don't like breaking the spine, just personally, and I don't like it when the books force you to, because they're so stiff. What is the point? I don't know. I don't get it. Number 7. What are some books you feel should have more recognition? So I know I kind of just bad-talked When She Rains by Jodi Meadows, but the Fallen Isles trilogy, I think, as a whole, is a really good trilogy. I think it's a really good series, and I don't think a lot of people... it's one of the least rated fantasy series, or, series in general that I have shelved on Goodreads. And then also The Shadow Game by Amanda Foody. I didn't love the last book in that series, but I think Ace of Shades and King of Fools are two really, really good books. And then also, Katie Henry's books I think are really, really fun to read. Heretics Anonymous and Let's Call It a Doomsday. That is the other one. I really enjoyed both of those books. I think they're fun, and I like her writing. And then she does have another book that just came out, and I'm not sure if I'm going to read it, but she has another book that just came out. And then, it's not really underhyped, but A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahereh Mafi is a book that I really, really enjoyed. And I don't think a lot of people have talked about it. And I think it's a really important book. And so I wish more people talked about it, because I think it has really great themes and messages. And Tahereh Mafi is a great writer. And I think the characters are really, really great. And I wish more people read it. It deserves to be as hyped as The Hate U Give, in my opinion. It is that good. Okay, number 8. What are your thoughts on censorship and banning books? I don't really understand the point of this question. Why would you ask a bunch of book people their thoughts on censorship and banning books? Isn't that pretty self-explanatory? I don't think any people who read books and enjoy books and consume books would agree with censorship and banning books. So, my answer is the same as everybody else who has done this tag. I think it's wrong. Revolutionary, am I right? Okay, and the last question, number 9, is who do you tag? I don't have anybody to tag. I feel like everybody and their mother has already done this tag, so if you have not done it yet, like me, then I implore you to do it. And you can say I tagged you if you want. So that is the end of this video. Before I sign off, I did just want to talk about the next video that I will have going up. My next video is going to be my Chain of Gold book review, and I'm very excited about it. Yeah, that's the next video that I'm going to have going up, and then the week after that, I'm going to be posting my February wrap-up. So, look out for those videos. That is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. All my social media links are in the description box below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!